The ocean keeps her greatest secrets in the absolute dark. But we possess the technology to bring the light. Down here, the pressure crushes solid steel like tin.
Marine snow fell through the eternal night.
Then, the sonar sweeps returned an echo. Sir, I have a new contact bearing 040. The signature is highly unusual, possibly hostile. The control room fell completely silent. We navigated the drone through the crushing black. A colossal shadow formed in the far reach of the lights. Too large for a shipping container. Too perfect for a rock. Riveted steel, built to withstand the impossible. The conning tower of an early 20th century submarine. Heavily modified, stripped of standard armaments. A ghost ship, resting silently in the trench.
We checked the archival coordinates immediately.
The maritime database was entirely blank.
The past, they say, is a foreign country. But sometimes the future feels even further away.
We moved the drone slowly along her rusted flank, looking for the fatal flaw that brought her down. Then, we found the structural breach. The pressure hull had violently failed. We did not risk sending the drone inside. The ocean had already ripped the hold open for us. Most of the manifest was completely destroyed. But resting in the ruin was something immaculate. A secondary vault, built to survive the end of the world. Completely free of rust or decay. Thick marine growth failed to cling to the polished steel. It was sealed tight and impossibly heavy. The drone lacked the torque to move it a single inch.
Time is running out. If we cannot stabilize the core, this entire sector will be lost within the hour.
We had to pull it into our world. We began the grueling process of dropping the cables. Thousands of meters of braided steel. A blind drop into the turbulent dark.
Guiding the hook required agonizing precision. One wrong move would snag the wreckage. We held our breath with every millimeter. The target was locked. The hydraulics engaged with a heavy thud. We were tethered to the payload. The surface crew initiated the lift. Now, it was a battle against gravity. The dead vessel groaned, unwilling to yield. Decades of sediment broke loose. Inch by inch, the vault cleared the ruined hull. We left the ghost ship to her eternal sleep. We began the dangerous haul to the surface. The ocean swell threatened to snap the rig. Deep water currents battered the payload. The machinery screamed under the impossible weight.
We passed the halfway mark. Still in the black.
Above, the storm was waiting for us. The sea state was pushing our limits. Finally, the light began to penetrate the dark. The anomaly approached our world. It broke the surface, immune to the storm.
3 tons of solid titanium and secrets.
It hit the deck with staggering force.
We're losing it! Secure the starboard side now!
They told us it was impossible. A structure this large, made of pure titanium, shouldn't exist here. Yet, the cube waited.
A regime that vanished 8 decades ago. The locking pins were seized solid by the cold.
Standard tools were entirely useless.
We had to burn our way inside.
The titanium fought the blade every inch.
But eventually, even military steel yields. It released a hiss of dead, metallic air. The vault was finally opened. The watertight seals held. The ocean never touched the payload. At first, it was just decaying wood.
The damp had rotted the external packaging. Then, the light caught the reflection.
Solid gold, perfectly preserved. An entire empire's lost wealth, claimed by the sea.
We took it to the lab for verification.
Every bar is stamped with its history.
That's impossible. The readings must be wrong. How could this happen?
The original insignia had been violently filed off.
Replaced by crude, hurried serial numbers.
As you can see under the microscope, the scarring is extensive. We are analyzing the residue within these grooves to determine the precise age and method of inscription. We spent the night dissecting the forgery.
The numbers were crude, but highly specific. We cross-referenced them with declassified intelligence files. We found a match in a shadow ledger. The breach occurred exactly at this point, sequence 7742-B. This is what we need to focus on. Stamped April 1945. A collapsing regime.
High-ranking East Asian male officials trying to fund their escape.
Meaning the gold that reached the port was a decoy.
The real wealth was loaded onto an untraceable submarine.
But the ghost ship never reached its destination. The pressure hull didn't just fail.
The structural schematic clearly shows the integrity of the hull. If we zoom in on the sail here, we can see the detailed layout of the internal structure.
A mutiny, or a final act of utter betrayal.
The vault was designed to wait for a recovery team. But they severely miscalculated the trench's depth.
It fell into the Abyssal Zone, forever out of reach. The secret was kept safe by the crushing dark. This gold represents countless stolen lives.
It will be turned over to international authorities.
The ocean is a perfect, silent vault. She does not care about empires or stolen wealth.
Out here, the world reveals its true nature. A beautiful, terrifying expanse where the only certainty is the storm.
The vault is open. Join us next time